Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Timbuktu Campaign. Last time, during the archonship of Lambu Camera, we launched a massive invasion of the East, going to war with Kirikongo and Gao, seizing the remainder of Kirikongo's Jene holdings, so at this point we control all of the Jene region, as well as essentially all of Gao's Songhai holdings. With this gigantic Songhai conquest, we then went to work securing the rest of the region that we could get at that point by attacking the tribe in northern Niger, which allowed us to seize control of it and conquer it. So we've now taken over almost all of the Songhai region in just one 5-year period, from a little tiny portion of it to most of it. What remains is held by Niamey, who is down here. They have a couple territories, but nothing too dramatic. We are going to do our war council in a moment and see if that potentially gives us a claim on them. I don't currently have one, of course, but there's a lot of different ways it could go to there's a lot of ways it could go with the war council. We're going to worry about that in a moment. First of all, since completing this conquest, you'd think that we would be ready to take it easy on the warring and relax for a little bit, but apparently these bloodthirsty Timbuktuian senators they've seen red and they want more, because they have elected the very, very martial Gima Isawagan as the new Archon to replace Lambu. He is also a trad, coming in with 30 popularity and 0 corruption, and he's coming in, of course, with that 11 martial. That's plus 11% manpower recovery speed and plus 11% army morale recovery. Also coming in with 6 finesse for minus 6% build cost and plus 12% national commerce income, 5 charisma, plus 1 claim fabrication speed and minus 0.05 monthly tyranny, and his lowest stat, Zeal, with 2, so that's minus 0.02 monthly war exhaustion and plus 0.02 monthly stab change. Now I'm going to really quickly talk about his traits, then we'll come back to the screen to talk more about the political situation in Timbuktu, because it's a little bit interesting and it needs to be explained a bit more in depth. So in terms of Gima, he's 53. And this is something kind of interesting about him that I don't really know what to make of. He has oddly low conviction numbers, in the sense that, not in the sense that like he really favors one party, it's that his actual total values are much lower than I normally would expect to see from a 53-year-old character. It's almost as if he was created as a character kind of recently and hasn't built up conviction, because the way conviction works in this game is it's basically a number that increases over time. It's not like a ratio that's like dynamically increasing or decreasing reflexively, but rather it is a flat number that is added to by things that in the character coding generate conviction for a party that the game recognizes. So essentially, I don't know why his conviction amounts are so low, but he does have just barely a little bit more trad conviction over Oligarch. So he's kind of on the fence about it, and he's not very engaged with it either way. Kind of an interesting situation to kind of try to sort of think through. But either way, he is a trad, and he is now the elected Archon from the trads who voted him in. Let's look at his traits. So he's coming in with Tactician, plus 1 Martial, and as the commander of the Levy of Ghana, plus 5% Archer, Horse Archer, and Light Infantry Discipline. Whereas some just see a whirling melee, Gima sees patterns, weaknesses, and ultimately victory. Energetic is plus 1 Martial and plus 1 Finesse, as well as plus 0.05% monthly statesmanship. Gima always puts in double the effort even when sleeping. He's more likely to commit theft, gambling, and murder. Okay, he's also miserly, minus 1 Finesse, and minus 10% Senate influence, plus 2% holdings income, and plus 0.05 monthly oligarch conviction. As the governor of Ghana, that's minus 10% tax there, and as the ruler, minus 10% tax there. Tegima wealth is there to be owned. There just always seems to be more to collect. Incidentally, our actual balance looks fairly good. I think it's a little bit lower than it would have been right before his election, because that is a pretty big financial hit to the tax economy part of our economy, but we'll see if we can do some things to improve that. Of course, being over 50 gold per month, I'm happy with really anything over that for most of my needs. Either way, though, we're going to go ahead and put him... Inspiring foreign... Oh, wait, you know what? I think I was doing this under Lambu. Does this carry over between... That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and stop doing that, because I don't need him to do it. I think I did that under Lambu, but I guess it carries over. It's like an Otacon action more than a character action. That's interesting. I don't normally see that. Usually the character interactions are like character-based and not office-based. Okay, we're going to put him on a scheme influence because that's where he needs to go. We're going to adjust our government in just a moment. But first, let's talk about what's going on in the faction. So, Trads remain in charge. 100 approval as usual. Oligarchs also do have quite a bit of approval. They are losing it at the moment, that we're going to probably clean that up in just a moment. But the interesting thing is that despite my recent kind of backing away from thoughts of either getting the oligarchs back into power or getting the Democrats back into power, because the Trads are just easy to deal with. And also another thing to note about that is that one of the reasons to go for the Democrats, which is the citizen output, is currently only going to be useful for manpower, because at the moment, after the recent law change to give ourselves that gigantic citizen output bonus, and all of the tireless min-maxing I've been doing for the last 40 hours plus of this, 50 hours plus of this campaign, I have achieved a situation where I have harsh taxation on, right? And then I'm actually at my research cap with harsh taxation. This is a pretty new situation to be in. This is, although a little bit annoying from a pure min-max point of view, it's essentially the sign that I've achieved successful min-maxing with research, because achieving this with harsh taxation is pretty crazy. And what I need to do now is hard pivot all of my research goals, because I was going for Blacksmith's Apprentice last. I think that's the last tech I actually got to get those foundries. I don't think I was going for anything else since then. I need to hard pivot into research efficiency. Let me quickly make sure I can find where anything's left. There's obviously 25% down here with Embracing Philosophy. That's quite a ways away, but I think I may have gotten everything else by now. We got bookbinding, and there might be some over here. Yeah. Okay, there's a Scribe down here. So this one looks a little easier to get to. Let's quickly do some math to figure out which one we can get to first. So this one here, so it would require this one. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably the fastest. So 8 to get to Scribe over here. And these ones are mostly happiness bonuses. Like nothing here is like bad. It's just not necessarily critical. But yeah, some of this is okay. Or alternatively, is this way faster? 1, 2, say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this might be faster actually to go this route. Okay, so we got 7 or 8 over in the religious tree, and then over here. This is more than that. I can already tell it's more than that. Although these are more useful texts for me because they're all economic texts. And then I don't think there's any research efficiency laws in vanilla. Pretty sure there aren't. Research efficiency in vanilla is basically pretty rare, and it's really only in the tech tree from my recollection about it. So yeah, we are now going to be running very, very high research. So what this means, practically speaking, is I can safely pivot away parts of my economy that are more focused on nobles and citizens in terms of like short-term things, because ultimately long-term I want to keep the research going. As in order to get more research efficiency, I'm going to take advantage of my very good research to get there. So it's like a, it's a positive feedback loop kind of situation, right? But ultimately, I'm obviously not going to change the law back, because we'd go below 175% if we change this law back. But any other things I can like tweak or change to, as in to say, to trade off noble or citizen output into other things I'd want, I'm going to be open to that. And yeah, so let's see. In terms of stuff I can change, I'm going to really quick check my ideas. I'm not saying I'm going to change anything right now, but with my plutocratic republic government form and the things we have here. So the one that would probably be on the table is land appropriation. Now, 12% is quite a bit. This might actually dip me below that cap, but that's okay, because as I continue to further min-max my country over time, we're going to get back up to the cap without the output bonus, though this might be quite a big loss initially. So if I were, and I need my PI for government, for governor policy, so I'm only going to look right now, but I'll come back to this later. if I were to change this, what would it be? It'd be to another civic idea. I could change it to tax farming, and that could be a good direction to change it to. Tariff exceptions could be kind of interesting. That would be, at this point, quite a number of import routes. And I could make a lot of money from that. But the question is, do I want money or do I want some other resource? City planning could also be good, though I will need to switch to this eventually. I don't think I need to do so quite yet. Central urban spaces could be good as well. Let me come back to this later after I do other management stuff, so I have a understanding of what my situation is more broadly. All right, getting back over to the government. So putting aside this reason to not switch Democrats, because I don't need the output as much anymore, oligarchs coming back into power would give me that noble happiness, but nobles only produce research in this game, so it doesn't actually make a huge difference. It would help with my provincial loyalty and my output from that, but it's not the end of the world. And my my build cost would be reduced as well. At this point, honestly, I think trying to get the oligarch build cost reduction is no longer a critical goal. It's nice if I get it, but I have so much money, I need to actually invest more of it than I am, so I think, honestly, keeping trads in power is probably the smart thing to do. Not to mention, I'm now enjoying or I was previously going with Yurugu for the state religion happiness bonus. And I think I may continue doing that, as I want to make sure I get more outcomes than just commerce. So I will note, it is very interesting that I'm actually apparently at my cap without Yurugu. So perhaps I actually don't need Yurugu, because my main reason for doing it before was to get the research bonus from happier nobles and citizens. Now, of course, in vanilla, nobles, I say vanilla because the mod I'm using, the classical age bondage, doesn't change these things at all. You know, these pops are mainly producing, you know, manpower-based tax and research, and I don't really need a lot more of that. And so I'm considering going for Jackal again, just to see, because I don't think the state religion happiness will be as useful as the commerce income. I think I probably will do that, just because it appears as though, and this might be wrong, but it appears as though I'm at the research cap right now, just to make sure I'm not missing out on any potential min-maxing here. I'm going to go ahead and go for Jackal. All right, there we go. Okay, so we'll see if that changes later on. But anyways, to kind of finally get back, I went on a long tangent there talking about research management, but to get back to the factions. So the oligarchs have gained quite a bit. Democrats have also gained a little bit as well, so the trads are definitely still the largest faction, but they are kind of losing steam a little bit, which isn't the end of the world, but I think I'm going to largely focus on just meritocracy for this round. If the trads lose further influence and the oligarchs replace them, that's fine. I have a lot of really good characters who are oligarchs, so I certainly won't be upset with that. But I'm not going to purposely set up my government to appease any specific party or with the aim of setting up a party for power. If trads are being eclipsed by oligarchs, that's okay. If trads remain, that's okay. The next expected Archon is Geneba Tilabele, who I actually think was previously the expected Archon before Gima swooped in. She would be a great stability Archon, so I certainly would be happy with her. Incidentally, 52 stability minus 0.04 trend with Divine Sacrifices. Yeah, our AE is really hurting a lot, though we did lose quite a bit of AE already in the previous episode, but we're going to hopefully keep that energy going with our very, very good Magistrate of Sabiri, Sabire Sawari, so we'll see. Actually, speaking of which, let's go over to our researchers and our officers. Let me go ahead and first quickly fire everyone, and then re-examine the situation once I know what we're looking at here. I'm also going to look at my governors as well. Researchers 2, off you go. Okay, let's look at our governors first and foremost. So, alright, so obviously in Ghana we've got Gima Isawagan. 6 finesse is not great, but it's okay for the governor of Ghana. Nothing. And we also saw his traits, aside from the, did I look at his traits? I think I looked at his traits. Yeah, I think I looked at his traits. I'm losing my mind. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked at his traits because I gave him a scheme. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm still waking up, honestly. It takes a lot of energy to be this cute. But moving on, we've got Consola Isawaga and the Jackdaw in Gene. She's ailing, so she's having some health problems. I think I would prefer just to kind of leave her as is. She's trying to provoke this random guy. All right, sure. I could use her statesmanship for something, but I have some higher quality officer characters, and I guess the thing is, do I want to replace her with someone who's going to have higher finesse? Because there are going to be some pretty good candidates. Hawa Cao Cao, who I was just using as a finesse character, in particular, is a good option here. Super loyal. I mean, I could... I don't love the corruption, though. What I could do is I could actually sanction her and then take off free hands. 59... What's Hawa's health like? She's healthy. Loyalty, because of the very low Democrat approval, could be a little tricky, but as long as I keep her on free hands, it'll be okay. I can do sanctions on occasion. It's such a big finesse boost. I think I want to give Gene some love. I've been assigning some real winners over in Jollof, and Gene's been getting some second round pick draftees. So we need to make sure that we've got a good character here in Gene. There's also more territory I can actually colonize. I have overlooked that, but nothing else that's owned by anyone. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. So how much is this going to cost me on PI? Okay, it's going to be... Yikes. It's going to be 30... 32? Is that how much? 12, 24, 32. Yeah, I can't even afford it. Unless they keep some of this the same. Maybe I wait for her to die? But then it's going to cost me that much at that point, so... She's not bad. Her loyalty's fine. No corruption problems. 6 is like sort of the lowest I'm comfortable with for a major region like this. You know, I'm gonna treat Gene to a slightly higher quality character than that. Let's find someone else. Let's see. I think how, because I don't really need a super amazing finesse character in my government right now. It would just be for tribute to the people. It's funny because finesse is so important for governors and for your leader, but it's kind of the least important, in my opinion, it's the least important officer stat. I think the most important officer stat is charisma, especially in a republic. And then the second most important is zeal, and then martial, and then finesse. I mean, national tax is very important, but maybe it should be charisma's martial, zeal, finesse. But finesse is always last, right? All right, let's replace her. The question is, do I want to go with Bogora, who is a trad, so will be easier to deal with. His martial's not great. What's the Gene Levy looking like? 7? Yeah, Gene's not a super, like Jollof is a much larger population than Gene. Which is odd, because I've had Gene for so much longer. But I guess at this point I've had Jollof for quite a while, too. No corruption on you. I'll bring in Bulgura, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna save Hawa. She might be my researcher, actually. Maybe. I might keep her as the Civ officer. This guy's also gonna give less research points for the region. That's okay. Right now. Other than that, Freeman output. Okay, that would be manpower and tax, I think. Let's do it. All right. What are we looking at now? He just did encourage trade everywhere. Okay, that actually might be okay. Let's see how things are looking, because I've had these regions, or I've had these provinces for such a long time. So first of all, Dhaka Jalan. This is almost under control. Okay, 78% Badaic. This needs to be on assimilation. And then, let's see. Darula, what are we looking at? 70% Badaic. Maybe I keep it on conversion a little bit longer. 70%'s pretty close. I'm gonna keep it going. I have a lot of conversion bonuses right now, so let's keep that energy going. Commanding, what do we have? 70% as well. Okay, you need to still be on conversion. We can do one more. Don't have to wait. I think Gene can stay. Oh yeah. Yeah, Gene is also exporting some gold, so Gene stays, so we change the last one. Get Tenga. Yeah, you need to be on conversion. Okay, so it's basically what it was before. That's fine. Okay. This guy's also young, 23. So I'm setting this guy up as a finesse character for the next couple of episodes. Alright, Bogora, don't mess with me. I'm showing you some... I'm seeing something in you. I'm seeing the vision here. Don't let me down. I don't like that he's deceitful, but his corruption's under control. He also doesn't have any free hands stuff going on. Okay, moving on. We've got the Songhai governor, Poko Sawari. She looks fine. I think I just leave her as is. Let me check how Songhai is doing. Obviously, we just did a lot of this last episode, so it's all actually fairly under control. I presume I don't need to do any conversion around here. And then Diaphanu is on here. Is that because I've had this for quite a while? Okay, so it's basically 100% Bidaic. It's 64%. This really should be on assimilation, but I'm not going to change it right now because I don't have enough PI. And this may not be a super high priority because it has quite a large plurality of Bozo anyways. We'll come back to that later. And then she's fine where she is. Okay, Sahara Occidentalis, Fonta Sankara, we assigned you recently. Kind of recently, I guess. I assume this is all fine. Tuat's a little bit low, but I'm going to leave it as is. I mean, I can't change it right now anyways. Joloff, okay, this is going to take a moment. So, how's Yuma looking? Don't love the 47 loyalty. It's a little bit on the low side. The main issue is the power base. Do you have veterans? They're not worth that much. I don't know if this would actually be worth it. Yeah, I don't think this would really make a huge difference, honestly. It's mainly the governorship size. I could try to befriend him, but I don't know how useful that's going to be either. I'm thinking, don't want to smear this guy, because I don't really want to actually have this guy be an Otacon, because he's only really good at finesse. Everything else is pretty bad. And while that'd be fine for an Otaconship, I'd kind of prefer something, like I prefer a mixed finesse charisma or a mixed finesse zeal Otacon if I could choose. I think I leave it as is. We're gonna keep an eye on him though. Hopefully he doesn't get up to any funny business. I guess I could pay off the veterans. But their actual power base impact is so low. I don't think this would really be worth it, even though I could afford it. As for his actual... Let's do this. Let's do it like this, honestly. Okay, how are we looking here? This is under control. Your Bidaic's converter. Okay, 42%. You're working on it. If it's... Because I always do it in the same order, so I'm not going to even check the religion thing if I see that it's on assimilation. All right, this is fine. 72%. All right, you're working on it. 56% you're working... Or, no, actually, 31% you're working on it. Then we're still getting our Bema City thing worked out. This is a... we're working on it. We're at 43%. This should calm down once my stability improves. What do we have here? This is fine. 50% you're working on it. Actually, you're still doing... Oh, you should be switched off of conversion. This went a little longer than I meant for it to. We're going to switch this off once we have some more PIs. We need to remember Sila needs to be switched. 75% needs to stay on conversion. 69% needs to stay on. 91%. Yeah, this needs to be switched on to assimilation as well. So Sila and Takrur need to both be changed. This one here, 73% needs to stay on. Okay, so Joloff is getting under control. No fires over here we need to deal with imminently. Yeah, Joloff is actually the most populous region of my country. Probably because I have so many slave mines over there. It's also admittedly kind of a large region, so it's not a huge surprise, I guess. But moving on, Mali, the small region that is fairly densely populated with Alima. She's getting pretty old and her health is not great, so I think we're going to Do I replace her now? I think I probably should, just so I kind of do this when I'm doing all my character stuff. So just because she's in very poor health, like her stats are fine for a governorship, but let me just replace her now with, let's see. Let me go with, probably Nyakata Zabarima. This is the name of a character from previously in the campaign, like the name Nyakata Zabarima in particular. We got ourselves a reincarnation situation here. He's the Nyakata Varine. Oh boy. I guess this campaign does have wealth beyond measure, so not a huge surprise. Let me know in the comments if you got those references. Okay, 10% province commerce. Mali has a little bit of gold, so I think I'm going to assign him. Yeah. Low Marshal's not a big deal for this. Let's do it. Okay. Now, how did you change things up? So, this was all on assimilation a moment ago, so what do we have down here? This is fine. Really should be on conversion for a little bit longer. What do we have here? This is fine. This should be on assimilation. This should be on conversion a little bit, then assimilation. And then this one here should be on assimilation. But all these ones here that have switched to the commerce one, all the gold exports here are going to be quite nice, so not the end of the world. But this looks fine. Perfect health as well, and he's a trad, so that all looks good. Okay, moving on, we then have Africa and Karenica. I'll look at these two collectively. Now we still have up in Africa Kambga, whose name is very hard to say. He's getting pretty old. He's got cancer, very poor health. He's gonna die pretty soon, so I think I maybe should replace him now just to avoid anything unexpected happening. He does have 3 provinces he's dealing with here. Things are looking pretty bad up in the 2 northern ones. Or actually, this is the main one, so I really should perhaps change this here. How are things looking? 60% Bodaic. I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, he's also lost a lot of his stats. He's down to only 6 finesse. Okay, let's go ahead and bring... Let's perhaps bring someone a little bit higher quality up here. Not that it's a super critical region for my economy, but it's an important region to keep under control. Do I even send Hawa up here? That's an interesting idea. I think her marshal would be a little bit wasted. I may need to use her as a marshal officer, to be completely honest. The happiness bonus for the governorship would be quite nice. The civ change wouldn't hurt. Okay. I'm going to try this out. I don't normally poach officers for governorships for a situation like this, but I think needs must. What are we going to deal with here? The Democrats don't like this. That's fine. We gain some tyranny. All right. What else is new? And we lose the corruption. All right, let me go ahead and impose sanctions. Yep. There goes the corruption. And then, how do you feel about not having free hands? I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Just don't have any funny ideas up there. I'm doing what I can to get this set up for you correctly, but okay. Hopefully that was not a misplay, but I think we should hopefully be okay. So this should help get this place under control. This is probably the area of my republic with the most bad loyal. Yeah, look at this. This is much better now. Yeah, okay, she was smart, and she assigned everything to local autonomy. Okay, Hawa's already, you know, making a good first impression in her new position up there. All right, moving on. We have Karenica. We have Mariam Isawagan over here. She does have inflammation, which isn't ideal. Can I tell her to seek treatment? I need a physician for that. I might do that after I get a physician. Otherwise, she's healthy. She's completely fine. She's actually a pretty solid all-rounder character, except for kind of low charisma, so I'll just leave her there. And she's still doing conversion. I'll just let her keep doing that. Yeah, she's working on it. This is manageable. Okay, finally, we have the new Sahara Orientalis region, which we just conquered last time. Zion Abisawagan is in charge over here. Nothing really of note here. Yeah, this is all completely fine. She's working on converting. That's all fine. Okay, so that is all the governors taken care of. On to the researchers. Let's start with Marshall. Layla Sankara should probably go into this. Yeah, let me go ahead and assign her to that. I was just using her for that as well, so it makes sense to keep it. Aza Banu, let's assign her. That looks fine. 12 charisma on Razmacha Chelabele. Say no more. And then for religious advance, keeping in mind, by the way, that having the highest research bonus possible here is the other way to increase our research gain beyond efficiency, is to just have higher and higher modifiers. Lastly, Dafi Zabarima, who I think I noticed before. I may have even been using him before, but if not, I will use him now, because he is very, very good for this. Yeah, real good stuff on that. Okay, and then do any of you have free hands? Because you should not in this position. Okay, we're good. Any corruption issues? I'm assuming this is from... No, you just have... Oh, nefarious tendencies. That's what I thought. Okay, moving on to the officers. So first and foremost, magistrate. Do I use Lambu Kamara or Sabiti Sawari? I think I actually put Lambu Kamara into this position here and actually save Sabiti Sawari for censor in order to get the impact from approval on the oligarchs. Now, trads are going to be very happy with me, even when I go to war this episode, which I probably will fairly soon, just because I'm otherwise doing everything they like. This will help the oligarchs be kept under control. And, of course, she is the oligarch leader, so she knows what they like. So I'm happy with this. Lambu, I'm going to go ahead and give free hands once again, just to get that loyalty up. I might have to do a little bit more than that, actually, as well, just to keep things tipped off. Or topped off, I should say. I could impose sanctions. This would be a super gigantic corruption loss, but it also costs 3 tyranny to do this. Trads don't like this. I mean, that's okay. I can weather these costs. Lambu's not going, yeah, she's in perfect health. 69, but in perfect health. I think I've got her for a little while longer. I don't want to pay her whatever insane wage she's drawing. 75% increase from corruption. Jeez, okay. You know what, Lambu? Sorry, I gotta do it to you. We go ahead and impose sanctions. Youch! Alright, painful, but that's gonna save us a little bit of money and ultimately keep our government a little bit cleaner. I'll try. Okay. And yeah, I think that's the right thing. I may move her to be the tribune. Let me actually check that first. Yeah, Mala Sawari should head on in over here. I think I was using him for this before. Do I sanction him? Oligarchs don't like this. I think I will. Yeah. I think at this point, I'm comfortable trading... I'm basically trading wages for tyranny, but I think this is okay for now. I may regret this later. Right, Omen Power, Hawa or Geneba? I wouldn't mind Geneba coming in. I mean, either one of them would be fine, actually, as the Otacon. I'd prefer Geneba over Hawa, because she has better stats. She's a bit younger as well, so she's less likely to have health problems. You are very promising, Sabiri Sawari. Let me set her up as the High Priest, and then set one of the other more experienced Zeal characters up as the Augur. I think I'll set up Geneba as the Augur. Yeah, 24% right there. That's what I like to see. And then let's set up Sabiri Sawari as the High Priest, just to build statesmanship. Yeah, she's fairly young. I would have had her as the Zeal character if I wasn't enjoying the godlike zeal of Dafu Zabarima. In fact, I might actually cycle him in next round and then set her up as the Zeal researcher. Maybe, we'll see. This is so good, I don't know if I can pass this up, but he is building statesmanship. Alright, bring her in. Okay, monthly military experience. I think I might go with Mariam Bolsa, just to make sure I have no families scorned. I just want to make sure I don't overlook that. I can build statesmanship on her. This is not a super critical modifier right now. Yeah, that's fine. And then Tribune of the People. I think I'd probably bring Silman Bolsa back, just because his finesse he has good finesse, obviously, but also his statesmanship is so good. All right, and then physician, let's go. What family is still scorned? It's the Kamarov family, okay. You know, just for political stability, I will bring in this okay but not amazing Kamara physician guy. That's a face you can trust right there. If your doctor is coming in with that expression, yep. There we go. Okay, that is everyone, and we have no family scorn. This should make the oligarchs pretty happy, and it does. Now, we need to remember that oligarchs don't like it when the trads have the opconships. That's a pretty big loss for that. But otherwise, they like all the grateful families, and they like our tyranny, which is going away, and they like Sabiti Sawari's impact. Trads are happy. Democrats are furious as usual, but their control's fairly low, so that should be manageable. Okay, what are we at? 35 minutes. That is the government reorganized. Any other free hands I should give? Probably to you. All right. 3.69 PI, that's what I like to see. Okay, now that we've done all that, let's not forget about doing the War Council. Okay, let's see what we get. I'm hoping for a claim on Niamey so I can fully secure Songhae, but I'm also open to a claim on Leptis Minor. Actually, I have a claim on them already. I guess, can I get a claim over the water? A claim on Karenica could be kind of interesting, but I'm not really that close to them. Who knows what I'll get a claim on. We'll see in a moment, actually, what I get. But I'm sort of open to a lot of different directions I could go in. Also, once I finish the stupid mission, I will see what missions I get. I might get a claim from missions, so let's just kind of see what we get here. I sort of don't know what direction it might send me in, but we'll see. Here we go. The Senate assembles. The glorious arches of Timbuktu provide a scenic setting for the ongoing planning of future wars held between the chief minds of the Republic. Razmata, a senator often associated with the government of our state, as opposed to senators associated with a government that's not of our state? What is this statement right here? Or she's my researcher, specifically my oratory researcher. Lambu, I know who she is, a senator known for their military interests, and Sabide, I know who she is as well, a senator popular with the people. As promising and flawed arguments are proffed on all sides, the status quo descends eventually. Lambu and Sabide agree. Rare Lambu-Sabide unity. You never see that in this campaign. These two are like the current main rivals of my government. These guys, I'm assuming, don't like each other because they've been in this battle for who of their two parties will be in charge. And we've nearly had a Sabide archonship, I think twice now, and the trads have swooped in at the last moment to screw it up. But nonetheless, they have inexplicably agreed on the necessity of curbing the Thapsian threat. Yeah, Thapsus is real dangerous. What? Okay, maybe what they mean is that Thapsus gets us away into fighting Leptis. I already have a Leptis claim, so this is not actually that helpful. Okay, sure, that's what they want. Whereas Razmata wants to fight Niamey. Okay, that is more what I'm talking about. So this would be... This would get me loyalty on my researcher, lose me approval from trads and oligarchs, and I wouldn't get the boost with the two more important characters. The Lambu loyalty would actually be quite nice, given that her loyalty is a bit dubious because she has 100 billion power base at this point. But I do think that the Thapsian province of Max Yesia is not a critical target for right now. Let's focus on consolidating our holdings in our core first with the Niamey claim. I might also go to war this episode with Leptis separately from this, but I first want to get Niamey dealt with. So, Razmata of the Democrats has the facts when we must make war on Niamey. Alright, let's go with this. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Our Ghana levy is ready to go. Now, who would Niamey bring in? They'd bring in their... No, huh? Oh, hold on. Okay, I see what's going on. So Niamey is a tributary of Mafuta. Okay, I did not notice that before. Mafuta is not a lot larger. I mean, I'm quite a bit bigger, but these guys would bring in Rossi. Okay, so this would actually be a little bit more involved. They're mostly in the Yorubaland and Hausaland regions. I think, yeah, because this is Niamey's actual capital, So they're not going to give it up. Not that they would give it up anyways. So this is going to involve a bit more of a comprehensive fight. I might do an invasion with just the Ghana levy initially and just kind of see how things are looking once we get going. I don't want to marshal my entire country at the same time for just this, but it does involve 3 tags. Oh, hold on. Never mind, I just noticed they have a defensive league too. So Mufata's in a defensive league with Rossi, but also with Zuru, Sokoto, and Kaduna. Okay, this is actually a bit more of a substantial war than I was expecting, because in order to attack Niamey, I'm fairly sure... Actually, how would this work exactly? Oh yeah, there it is. Possible defenders joining. Because they're a tributary, I can declare on them directly, but Mafuta joins in and they count as a defender, so they can call in their league. I think that's what's going on. I'm fairly sure they can call in Rossi either way because they're allied with Rossi, but I think they can independently call in their league partners because they're joining defensively. I think that's how it works. This is anytime these alliance network wars are being planned out, I'm always a little bewildered trying to make sense of it. But I think it's probably safe to assume that this would be basically it would be everyone over here. So, which is a shame. A lot of them are actually buying my exports, like they're importing my stuff over here quite a bit. So I'd have to reset up those routes, but that's okay. Actually, speaking of which, do I have any? I should check this every so often. Yeah, I do have a couple. Yeah, here, Mema needs a new route. Let me trade in. Probably just sheep. Let's trade in some sheep. Anywhere else that needs... Bakunu needs one as well. Just trade in sheep. Anywhere else? No, not for now. Okay. And we are at 80 gold per month. Sheesh. Alright. Okay, this might be a bit more complex than I imagined. Now, I genuinely only want this. But tribute is tribute, man. Like, these guys probably have, a lot of gold they could give to me every month in the form of a tribute payment, I'm just saying. So if I just took this territory, I'm 100% for sure I don't want to actually take territory in Yorubaland or Hausaland. But I could set up some tribute relationships over here. But that's a lot of war score. But it may not be a lot of AE to do that, so I might be able to get away with this. I mean, I was wanting something to do with my 11 Marshal. Here's something to do. Maybe we do actually call the war horns a little bit here and summon the boys. You know what? We're going to war. We're going to war over 2 tiles and some possible tribute payments. So we're doing it. All right. I always forget the borders here. So let's just raise up the squad. All right. Starting off with Ghana, you raise here would be the best spot, and then you raise here. Jene raises over here. Then we'll bring in everyone as well. Just they can all join in. I'll leave the folks in the desert. They can stay. That's okay. And everyone else raise up around here. All right. And we're going to go ahead and increase maintenance now. Everyone gather in Talaberi, and then we will organize an invasion. A massive invasion. Look at that. We're at the point of the campaign where back-to-back giant war episodes like this are actually possible, which is crazy. Okay, I think we have ourselves something to do this episode, so that's a good development. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, what am I gonna say, right? Like I didn't tell Niamey to join this giant network of alliances. Like they could have just been independent and vulnerable, but no, they wanted to defend their sovereignty from me. All right, so we're gonna do that. Other than that, I think we're good to go ahead and unpause. Let's do speed 3. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. immediate loyalty problems. Who's this? Oh, it's the guy that we fired. That's fine. I think I'm going to just leave it alone. We're below threshold. Yeah, we're very far below threshold, actually. He has no power base, so... Or he has very little power base, apparently. So that's fine. Alright. Got score increase. Let me check that in a moment. First, I need some more coffee. We need a lot of coffee for this episode, most likely. Okay, score. How are we looking? Back to number 3. We're neck and neck with Dravita. That's what I kind of thought might happen. Okay, well, we'll see if Dravita keeps it going. Interesting. All right. Where to first? Probably. I'm trying to remember which one was the most critical. Probably over here. This needs to get switched over to assimilation. Democrats have gained a little bit of control as well. That's okay for now. Keep an eye on that, though. Oh, yeah, also, I just remembered. So one of my governors needed help. Who was it? It was you, yeah. I'm going to ask you to seek treatment. All right. I mean, I don't have the best... I sent it over to this kind of sketchy-looking doctor guy. I mean, it's like, just his expression, he just looks like... It looks like he's up to no good, but... Hopefully he can, you know, pull something off here. We'll see. Okay, 8%, we're fine. We're fine. Alright. We will, also, Sagiri will help me as well. Thanks, Sagiri. We'll see if they actually join in or what. It remains to be seen. How's my city coming along? We have a little bit more. Oh, got barbs. Ooh, okay. A bit more substantial. We'll see where these guys go. If they go to a fort, I'll pay them off to leave. Otherwise, they can just add population. That's fine. Maybe that's why there's so much population in Joloff. It's been ransacked by barbs for like 100 years. And now all the barbs are the population. Alright, that's fine. Come on. These guys are kind of slow. Alright, that's fine. Pillage away. I may have to invoke Duodio again, just because I gained so much war exhaustion for raising everyone, but I think we should be okay. Fingers crossed. No, I'm chewing up some manpower here while we're here. This is just temporarily to get organized. Aqueduct's done. Treatment successful. Mario Misawagan has received treatment for an ailment thanks to the superb skill of Nin Tasane Kamara. You know what? I withdraw my skepticism. You are actually apparently a good doctor. Maybe we have like a Doctor House situation here. We got Timbuktuian Doctor House. He doesn't really look like a doctor, but he knows what's up, you know. Perhaps she actually did have lupus this time, but excellent inflammation. Maybe I mean inflammation. Maybe it was lupus. All right, look at that. The team working together. Love to see it. All right, we have 25k with 2,500 or 25,500. That's an auspicious number right there. Okay, let's get organized. Let's see. Yeah, so we probably want to split into 2 groups. I want to avoid splitting quite as aggressively as before. Let's split you into half, and half of you head that way, and then you lead, you join, you split, half you join, the other half head that way. I guess not you. You head that way, and you actually head that way as well. Attach after that. And you, let's see. You stay behind and join here. Actually, hey, you stay behind. You're not large enough to split. Okay, you head down to Say and get ready. And on to speed 2. Attach, attach, attach. Alright. Once we arrive down here, we'll get to it. Okay. 24th. Alright, here we go. Alright, we have our maintenance on regular. Everything looks good to go. Let's declare. Niamey, we're going to take Kebi, which is this... Really? Not the part that's... Okay, I guess the war target is for... that's right, yeah, it was from the council. So it actually targeted a kind of a weird spot as the war target. That's fine, we can just take that in the initial invasion. But we're going to be annexing not that part. That's fine. They're going to be joined... So we're joined by Siguri, our very powerful ally. We're going to need their help a lot, I'm sure. And they're joined by Mafutu and maybe joined by all of Mafuta's friends. Rossi, Sokoto, Zuru, and Kaduna. Here we go. So Mafuta takes over as the war leader because they are the tribute recipient. That's fine. Confirm. Now, is this still for Kebi? It is. Okay, good. Didn't move it somewhere weird. Okay, so here's the actual war target. Let's, I guess, head here first with you, and you get to work on Niamey. And by get to work, I mean do an assault right away to get this fort under control. Now, I'm going to, with this war, start things off assuming a quick resolution with a very low war score, low scale conquest of just this territory. But as we see what they're capable of and who joins, we're going to scale our ambitions for new tributaries accordingly. So we're not coming into this assuming we're about to get like 5 new tribute payers. I don't even know if that would be very feasible because these are pretty large countries, all things considered. But no particular expectations beyond just the bare bones peace deal that we want. Play on speed 3, that's fine. Or what speed am I? This? I swear they need. I literally need to make a mod at this point to fix this because like the color situation here, it's so difficult to see what, like, I mean on YouTube it's probably even harder, but just on my screen I can barely see what speed I'm on. Okay, let's go on speed 2. That seems to be probably the best. Also, I'm behind on my policies. Let me fix that now. You need to switch over. Okay, assimilation, and then where else did I need to adjust this? I think it was Mali. It was Mali, yep. Okay, let's see. You're pretty close. Yeah, I'm gonna switch you to assimilation, and I can do one more. You're already, you're not Mali. Okay, you need to be switched to assimilation as well. Okay, there we go. Better late than never. Fortress under siege. Okay, we caught them with partial garrison. Let's see here. 24 assault power. We should be good to go. Now, is Kadama in the war? I don't think Kadama should be in the war. They're not in any of these relationships. They're just kind of awkwardly here, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's go ahead and do an assault, just to get this initial capital under control, get the war score initially. Here come all the new trade requests from all of our recently freed up exports. Thapsus wants my elephants, alright. You think Thapsus would have their own elephants locally, but I guess it's fine. Sacking of Niamey. Okay, so this place here is not super crowded, so let's go ahead and say, let the looting be gentle. Emis Awagan has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Niamey. The enemy fleeing disgrace and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war are likely to cause those back in Timbuktu to admire Gima greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in the future. Alright, and now we're going to essentially shadow our other army. After the previous episode, I'm a little nervous about splitting myself too much with multiple fronts. I'm going to keep my forces a bit more consolidated. Also because we don't know who might join this war kind of abruptly and bring in their levies and mercs, so we need to keep everyone kind of consolidated around each other. This war has a very narrow... It's sort of the opposite of the previous war from last episode. In the previous episode, we had this gigantic double front that spanned across this vast area. Like, that front was basically, like, the size of, like, Ireland. Like, that was an enormous front. Here, it's a kind of tighter front, right? It's still, you know, quite a bit of territory. It's, like, a larger front than the island of Sicily. But for this area with these large territories... It's a fairly tight front, and we're going in a very, like, narrow way. So it's a bit more under control, but I definitely don't want to be too aggressive with that. No one spotted yet. I also know I could have left my horse here and gone ahead, but I will wait for these guys to catch up, so no need to rush. Barbs are... Okay, this is what I was worried about. I do not want these guys to sack Emboinane. I know it's not a city, but what will you take to leave? Alright, well, get out. Yep, alright, skedaddle. Go attack the, the refugee states that I've created over in Guinea. Leave me alone. Alright, there's the war target. Let's get these places under siege, and once all this, once this is taken over, we'll review the situation war score-wise. Because I do think maybe I set up one of them. Okay, if it seems like Mafuta may not call in anyone else. Against just Mafuta, because at this point, Niamey, aside from hiring mercs, probably is not going to be too involved now. Maybe I set up Mafuta as a feudatory. We'll see what I can do, actually. I think these are all tribes, so I may have limited options here. Okay. So they don't actually agree to this quite yet because the war just started. So they're actually almost there. So this is a good start. Okay, so I definitely don't want to actually take anything in either of these regions. But aside from taking this part, which I do want, I have them release Niamey, which is kind of interesting. But I think the better... Okay, so this is interesting. So Niamey, but not Mafuta, can become a feudatory. Why is that? That's not what I was expecting. Settled tribe. I don't know why Niamey can become a feudatory. Maybe because they're already a subject. Yeah, the AE is not that bad if I make them a feudatory. Making them a feudatory gives me a way to expand in here with a slightly less severe AE cost, but it also is kind of a hassle to deal with. I may as well just, like, take the land directly. It's not like I really need to do it behind a feudatory for it to be successful, and it may just make things more complicated. I think ultimately tributary is the way to go here. I just want the money. I don't need the manpower that much from them. Yeah, I think if I make... Because I can also cancel tributary whenever I want, so I think I go for possibly this as the default deal, which I can definitely get to, and then make Mufata a tributary also, potentially. So let's keep the siege going. What are we dealing with here? So Mufata has 3 forts in total. Yeah, I'll need to get basically everything to get the tributary deal. I think at this point I might actually do these 2 sieges the slow way, because I'm concerned about the amount of sieging I'll have to do if I assault now, and I've not fought any of their armies or mercs yet, and I think mercs are incoming. So let's keep our numbers up, and especially our morale up. No need to rush here. Maybe these guys, because these guys have not done an assault yet. Maybe these guys do an assault over here. And then they can go grab Baba Katami as well. I think I'll do that with the northern force, and then have them work on Kwao afterwards so that they're nearby. I think that's fine. Alright, there we go. Head up here real quick. Alright, so far so good. Also do some more... this. Here we are. What do you want to be on? Play on simulation. Where are you guys going off to? Are they going over the desert? They might be. Granaries raided in southern Algiers. Interesting. Sure. We've received word from local officials in the province of southern Algiers that several important provincial food stockpiles have been looted by malcontents owing to the contempt for the government in the area. It would make tensions worse. I'll just pay. That's fine. I get 10 loyalty on Poco. Her loyalty is pretty good, but this will shore it up. And loyalty in the province as well. That's completely fine. There's the Mafuta levy, at least one of the two. That's for the southern region, the southern Mafuta levy. So that's not too scary, but good to see them. It's enough to do a siege, or to start a siege at least, so keep that in mind. Oh, I see them going into Rossi territory. They probably have access through their league, but yeah, they're not calling in their leagues. That's good. Okay, you head down here so that you're close by. Still recover a little bit more. Shit, these guys might come back. Oh, hold on. I think Rossi just... Yeah. You know how I knew that? Before I looked, I saw that this image, this icon popped up. That's a sign, because it's in the fog of war, that they just joined the war. So Rossi's in the war now. It's very interesting that they didn't call in everyone at once, but they might be calling them in individually. So Rossi being in the war doesn't drastically change the outlook, but it does make me actually want to pivot towards Rossi because it's right there. And they probably don't have... Yeah, in fact, they definitely don't have their garrison raised. So we have a chance to go snipe Rossi really quick, which would give us more things we can do in the peace deal. So, you know what? Perhaps a little bit of a scaling of these peace deal expectations may be in order. Oh, here comes the first Merc force. They may hire these guys. Don't love that, but I'm not too scared quite yet. 8 Marshal on a Merc leader with only 4k is not terrifying, but I definitely will keep an eye on that. I want to reserve my Merc payoff thing for a possibly larger, like an 8k stack. Oh, water shortage is good. Okay, I like that. Got some more deals. Trade with the Gauls. Sure. So any sign of funny business elsewhere? No, didn't think so. Again, the front's pretty small, but you never know. Something could happen. Oh, what do we have up here? We have the army is gathering in the north. Okay. I think we just do... Yeah, we caught them before they get their tick. I think we just siege this naturally. These guys, even with all of the... So this is both Rossi... Yeah, okay, it's Rossi and some of the Mufata force. They got more forces somewhere, but because I've consolidated so tightly, this army is a doom stack. They can't dislodge me. Unless they hire the... This is the Merc... And by the way, this is the Merc force I'm kind of scared about, is this Merc force right here. I wonder if I should even hire them just so the AI can't hire them. Like, kind of keep them on retainer. It's an interesting prospect. And I wonder if I should do this or not. Because the thing is, if they're hired by the AI, they could then decline my counteroffer. But they're not going to say no to me hiring them initially. This would mostly be just to keep the AI from hiring them. Because all of their current armies I see and this Merc force together might threaten one of these stacks, but not if I rearrange things. But this Merc force or another Merc force of this size coming in could cause a problem. I think I will go ahead and hire this Merc force. I can certainly afford it, right? Just for insurance of this invasion. Go ahead and hire him. It's going to recover pretty quick. You actually just, honestly, just stand right there. Just hold it down. Kutan Isawagan was impaled by a battering ram at the age of 76. Okay. Isawagan family reunions are out of control. What circumstance, because this is just one of the random things that can happen, what circumstance produces this outcome? Like, what? Aunt of the governor of Karanika. Okay, sure. If you say so. Supply shortage, okay. Okay, they arrived in Niamey, but they don't have any morale, so they're not going to stay there. Granary and Vema is done. Vema should now be, yeah, there's the Court of Law. I think the Aqueduct is, actually, I think the Aqueduct was before that, so I think now this is the last one. It is. Okay, good. Also, there's our next religious advance. We also have some PI now. And wind power plus 1%. And we got barbs. Okay. Okay, yeah, we need to get to, yeah, okay, with all of our levies raised and everything else, we do not have 175%. I think perhaps while levies are raised, I go back to default. Yeah, that's not a huge money loss, but it's a big research gain. So I think I will do that. Okay. All right. But I should still go for over religious. I need to go for scribe. Okay. I think which direction should I go? So I need to get FUG either way, so I think I get this first. In Rome, slaves which had escaped and been caught were branded with the letters FUG for fugitius, leaving a lasting impression on themselves and all who viewed them as to the dangers of rebellion. Yeah, least inhumane Roman cultural practice right there. All right, between the two routes I could go to get down to scribe, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the fastest way. These modifiers are fine. Nothing too terrible or amazing. This route might have slightly better modifiers, but it takes longer to get through. So perhaps I go through the fastest route. Okay, moving on. At it. Maybe these guys are walking around. Supply shortage. Yeah, these guys are all stacked up, but they're not going to make an attack. They don't have the numbers. I think this AI on very hard with 8k might go for an attack like this, but at 3.5k, it's not happening. We can just hang tight. And there's no reason to do an assault at this stage. I'm worried about... we also finished one of our fortresses. There we go. Very nice. Doing an assault here could be pretty dangerous. It would win, but I'm worried about them coming into attack, and given the morale cost, it could present a problem. I could bring the mercs over to join in for the assault, and mostly just kill them, but I guess... let me keep the merc morale raising. I've already paid for them, so I may as well use them. Let's just keep things as they are for just a bit. Supply shortage, okay. These guys are coming around. I can move the mercs in to be covered by the second levy stack if needed. Also, I forgot to do... I literally paused it to do it, then I got distracted. There's some more policies I need to change somewhere. Probably in Gen A. No, I think I've done Gen A already. I've looked at everything around here. And then I actually don't need to do it in Africa now because it was switched by her. I might need to switch it further, though, to be completely honest. She's doing her best, but... Okay, Max Yesia, I'm going to actually switch onto harsh treatment. That does resolve that. And then Besatis is fine for now. Keep an eye on it, though. Karenica is... I don't really want... I've been working on it. How's Triple Tanya looking in terms of progression? 39. We're getting there. I think I can hold out on this one. Let me save my PI for now. Okay, moving on. They may be going for that. That's fine. Let me actually bring the mercs up here. I think they're not... They should make that attack and kill themselves to hurt the mercs, but I think they're going to look at the number. Yeah, look at them. They're holding off now. The AI, and I've said this before, the AI... really, really values the sheer numerical number over other factors. And when I play, the reason why I talk so much about my tactical decisions is I'm identifying there's the numbers, there's the morale, and there's a bunch of other factors too that play in to some extent, like unit composition, but it's mostly numbers and morale that matter. And between the two of them, it's mostly numbers that matters the most. Yeah, we can hold them off of here for now. Okay. Mariam Bolsa is truly a dire advisor. People laugh openly at stories of her sheer inability to lead and her enemies' ire lands hungrily. Oh boy. That's 5 stability and she loses 10 popularity. I don't need this right now, Mariam. Come on. Keep it together. Anyone else? So far, no. Okay, those guys are gone. The Bema thing is nearly good. Out of food, okay. That's fine. We can eat off the land for a little bit here. Almost there. I could do an assault now. This is a fairly safe moment to do an assault, but I want to finish the siege off without any morale loss at all, which I would lose some even with a small assault. You, I'm going to send... let me think about the movement here. I'm going to send you to Quao and get to work with you on Quao. Once their morale's higher, I'm just going to do an assault and kill them off to get Quao. That's fine. Well, we're getting our marshals worth with this Otcon. I wasn't expecting a war this big, but works for me. All right. Have to go around. Actually, they don't have to go around. It just looks like they do. Come on, 42% progression. Let's see it. Natural siege win. Water shortage. I'll take that, I guess. Water shortage up there as well. Very good. Okay. Untiring devotion. Come on. Stability, stability. Yes. Yes, Sabine Sawari. Give me some stability. Thank you, Sabine. I can always, whenever these youngsters are screwing up my stability, I can count on the old, wiser, more experienced officers to clean it up. So thank you, Sabine, for that stab. Really appreciate it right about now. All right. The game is paused. No wonder it was going so slow. It was paused. All right, Quao's under siege. That's fine. Ooh, this is what I was worried about. Here come the 10 Marshal with 8.5k. That seems a little familiar. There's more mercs down here as well. Okay, this is now a certified problem. This is also the wrong stack to do that. Well, it's the right stack for them. I would have preferred them to do this over here. This army is nearly freed up. I need to, hold on, quick check on, okay, we got plenty of room on the merc capacity. 400? Alright. Now we're going to discover in a moment here if this guy has borrowed that other last episode's merc's stash of Fent and whether he's been partaking. Because you have no reason to ever in the world not accept getting involved in Timbuktu. Aside from all the moral reasons, but other than that, there's no reason to not take my money and break contract with these guys. Wow, okay. Alright. Here's where the fun begins. Alright, so now we got ourselves a situation. Now, they were hired recently, so their morale's not great. I'm gonna have... How do I even do this? I'm gonna have this merc company... I'm gonna try to take over this siege with this merc company if this doesn't win in the next couple of days, and then frantically send the rest of the forces up here. Now, again, like I was saying a moment ago, the AI shouldn't really strategically make an attack until another tick or two, but they might do it because of the numbers. That's my main concern. I could also do an assault here to try to clean this up and like escape in time behind the fort coverage, but I'm definitely not going to do an assault now that those mercs are here. Now, could I potentially... There's no other mercs in the area. Okay. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. Come on, please. I need the siege to complete right now, right this second. Okay, they're backing up. Water shortage. Okay. These mercs are going to take over the siege. They can sack it. That's fine. It's not an important location at all. I need to reinforce this army with this other army. You know, they're not coordinating very well, and this is multiple AIs here, and they're also split between different tribal chiefs. So we're not in a disaster quite yet, but it's looking a little bit more dubious now. Herities mode? Okay. Here they come. Oh, please. Supply shortage. Alright. That's fine. We're gonna switch. We do a little switcheroo here. 19th of May. Now, do I just do an assault with everyone here? Morale's going to recover on the move. Let's just do an assault with everyone here, honestly. And also, this way I control the sack. Should be fairly quick. There's the quick assault. Good. Okay, I didn't control the attack. That's fine. Now, everyone, go, go, go. I need to consolidate. Okay, I'm overreacting a little bit. Let's be a bit smarter about this. I kind of just need to reinforce this army more than I need to send everyone at the same time. What I'm going to do, I'm going to split the Gene Levy away and send them as a reinforcement force, if they can get there safely. This would bring it up to about, let's see, 11, so about 13k. And then the rest of you, attach, the rest of you, get over to Kwao. Actually, go to Mafuta, so you're nearby, just to be safe. We're not playing around anymore. This isn't extremely efficient, but this is probably the right way of doing it. Alright, growth of Bema is done. Province of Sero gains city buildings and import routes forever. Okay. And we get some minor characters and a Bozo Noble in Bema. Bema now has all that is needed for it to be the center of Timbuktuian power that we desire. The only thing that is now still needed is an improvement of sanitation and central food storage. The elite of Jolof. By strengthening our authority, they have a little bit of a typo there, our authority in Bema, and showing local society in Jolof that our state is both powerful and willing to reward those that serve us, we have inspired a generation of new men, persons of ability that now seek out opportunities to serve their country, hoping to win themselves wealth and influence. All right. That is the mission done, so let's take a quick pause from all that to take a look at the mission. Finish mission, that is that. All right, oh my god, okay, we're gonna look at that in just a moment. First things first, get out of my province. You are a fake city. This is expensive, but I'm gonna do it anyways. You're back to settlement status, don't even pretend you deserve to be more. This city should have been in Diakon the whole time, but it is what it is. Okay. So we got Matter of Guinea, we know how that one works. Expanded to Takeda. Takeda is going to be... Takeda's up here. Okay, so this would basically be more Sahara Orientalis stuff. Seize Takeda. That would mean fighting the Takeda tag. Okay, that's fine. This is a pretty likely one. Expand into Agadez. I think they may have forgotten something when they coded this mission. So this would be the next door one. Or stabilize and grow Mali. Okay. I'm a little hesitant about these stabilize and grow missions now because we see that it sometimes forces us to do city construction where we don't want to, but it could also pick the correct location, which would be kind of nice. I think I'm going to go for, which one do I want to do first? Probably Agadez, because it's closer. The province shape of the Takeda province is, I think, better, but Agadez is genuinely, like, closer to reach. Let's do expand into Agadez. Take control of the Saharan region of Agadez, either through diplomacy, colonization, or conquest. This will probably start with, okay, here it is. Start with secure northern Niger. Yep, we can do that now. Let's get that going. Oh, we can do the next one as well. I can get a claim. I should probably do it through the war. This is probably the easiest way of doing it. Establish a claim. Although, hold on. Let me think about this for a moment. Subject. This one doesn't let me. This one I'd still have to make them a subject. So, yeah, let me do the claim one. Agadas is a valuable site in the trans-Saharan trade routes. The wealth of many of our merchants already depends on it. Put it on our hands. Okay, let's get that going. Okay, back over here to this fun situation. Alright. No need to panic. We've got the situation under control so far. It's just a little dubious, but we're okay. And incidentally, they would go for this deal right now, but I want more now. I've invested some money into this. I want my return. I want to make all three of them tributaries, to be honest. What was that? Okay, interesting noise. These mercs are coming to get Niamey under siege now. Okay. I also think I might be able to get Mafuta as a tributary without fully conquering, or without fully sieging all of their land, because it just requires their capital, not just all of their land, I think at least. More barb fun, great. Oh boy. Okay, once these guys arrive, I think we do an assault. I need to get this cleaned up, and then I might do an assault with everyone at Mafuta as well. Possibly, we'll see what I need for the war score. Third of July. Okay. Oh, we're so close. Let's just do the assault. Get this over. Oh my god. That's okay. We've got the numbers here, but yeah, the merc, as expected, the mercenary situation is the real dangerous. Oh, there's even more mercs now. Sacking of Arossi, at least. Alright, this was a real difficult one to get. Okay, Gives Awagan has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Arossi. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, the spoils of war likely to cause us back in Timbuktu to admire Giba greatly. Believing such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in the future. This is probably a... you know what? Let's do... Let the men roam freely. Get a little bit of popularity. Alright. That is very good to get resolved. And then everyone head into Mafuta for a big fun joint effort, one might say. Yeah. They're going to retake that. That's fine. That's not the war target. I don't love this, but they don't have a lot of strength there, so they're probably not going to do an assault. We'll see what they do. Okay, it's 24th of July. I might wait for the tick, just to be... No, with these numbers, I don't need to wait for the tick. I'm out of my mind. Yeah, 69 assault power. I do not need to wait for the tick. Let's just work the assault immediately. Did I need to wait for the tick? Don't tell me. Oh, what? Come on. You gotta be serious. Oh my gosh, okay. Apparently I needed to wait for the tick, as it turned out. That's fine. Just one more tick, and then we can resolve this. 3 garrison, bravest trio of men on the walls you've ever seen. That's quite something. Okay. There's the win. Okay, good. Okay, sue for peace. I want you guys to be my tributaries. So, how much would you actually pay me? Okay. They both agree to this. Perhaps, after all this effort, I should consider a different deal. Should I... So this would be 17 AE, which is, you know, quite a bit, but I get the territory I want, and I get 3 new tributaries. Or do I enter these regions in some form or another? The region I'd probably want to go into first would probably be Yorubaland. But do I want to do that now is the question. I could get essentially all of the Yorubaland stuff, and then I don't know if I could also make them tributaries alongside that, but it'd be... Because let's see here. I'd be able to get most of the Dendi province, except for the Kanma stuff. and then be able to get a little bit of the Borgu province. I don't think this new territory is actually too valuable. Let's do a quick check on that. Anything really good? Let's see. Any gold around here? Nope. Okay, I didn't think so. I think this is probably the deal I want. Now, before I do this, any funny business with the capital being moved around? Nothing should be larger than 11, but let's quickly check and see. Oh, hold on. I think I spotted something larger than 11. Let me just get this to 16 ahead, just to be safe. 7, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Capital shouldn't move. Sue for peace. This is the deal that I want. Now, these guys might break their tributary relationship with me. That's fine. If they do it, I'm not going to do anything about it right away. I just want to get some money from them in the short term, and to just kind of like secure this area for a moment. Not that I'm worried about being attacked, but I also managed to, with this war, kind of dance around that big defensive league over here, so I think them being tributaries may prevent them from being in the league. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, but I've managed to accidentally break up this kind of Central African Defensive League. Central for this, well, not even really for this map, but central for like the theater that I'm in here. Okay, this is the deal that I want. That is everything. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Mafuta accepts our offer. Niamey, Kanyaga to Timbuktu also didn't move. Good. Niamey, Rossi, and Mafuta become tributaries. All right. Very fun. They're not going to pay a super huge amount, but it's you know, it's a nice little bolstering. All right, lower the maintenance. Everyone, please, I beg of you, cease and desist. Back to your homes. All right, down you go. Thanks for your help. Good. All right, now these territories here, let's give it a day. All right, so this here, these guys are now my allies as well, technically. All right, this fort does not need to be here. This can go, and this farm can stay. In fact, let me go ahead and move some pops over from Tillaberi to add some population here. We need 12, so we need 9 more. Now that it's not going to move around anymore, I don't need to worry about Tillaberi actually being a large territory. All right, we got some extra wheat from that as well. Okay. All of that just for a little bit of a cleaner border and some new tributaries as well, I suppose. And then you, of course, can go. Thanks. 70 gold. That's looking pretty good. How's our research looking? Looking pretty good. Let's give ourselves a little boost. All right, we're back in business. Okay, that is nice to resolve that. All through a senatorial war council that I didn't even really have a lot of control over, so that's pretty good. Okay, let's proceed. Now these barbs here are gonna need to be dealt with, unfortunately. How much are you gonna take to pay off? Not for this amount. I'll just fight you with my levy once they're back up again. Gauls with my gold. Speaking of levy, what are we looking at? Okay, 8 months for you. 10 months for you. Okay. Maybe Kirikongo will go deal with them. Wait, Kirikongo, huh? Oh, right, I made Kirikongo a tributary as well. I completely forgot about that. Right, Gao is not a tributary, but Kirikongo is. That is correct. Okay, when does this expire? I need to keep track of the date. March of 263. And I guess I could also now, with the PI that I now have, switch off of this. Now this will definitely take me below... Actually, we're actually just at the cap right now. We're like exactly at the cap. And this is good information because when you're at 175, or whenever you're at your current research efficiency max, you actually don't know how much above the max you are. You just know that you're at least at the max. So now we have this moment of seeing that we're basically just exactly at the max, which means losing citizen output is now no longer going to clearly be good because we're gaining most of the value from it, basically. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it where it is for now, but I'll keep an eye on it and possibly change it later. Okay, looking good. Now, we will have to go to war with Agadez as well, so that's going to be a little quick thing. They are actually... They're a feudatory of Takeda. Okay, that's interesting. Hopefully this doesn't mess up those missions again by me taking more than the mission expects, but it's kind of a trial and error thing, so we'll see what we can do. Oratory advance, plus 0.50% country civ level. Very nice. Alright, we are headed towards, let's see. Let me check this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the fastest route. This one is a little better, but these aren't like, they're still useful, they're just not as useful. So let's do herbalism next. 10% global monthly food modifier. Knowledge of the plants and herbs which surround us can have uses beyond that which many would suspect. From birth control to medicine, we cannot underestimate botany. Alright. Very good. Okay. What's my Gao truce looking like? 62. Oh, it's really soon as well. Do I go to war with Gao again? I don't have a claim on them, actually. Yeah, it's not happening. Another import route. Alright, what can we reach? Let's see. I could get more earthenware and then sell the earthenware that I'm producing. Okay, that's one option. I think my AE is hurting my... Yeah, it's probably hurting my trade options here. I think I'll go with that plan for now. Let's trade in earthenware from the Chaldeans, then we can sell our extra earthenware for a profit. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Like, Tuscia is actually just doing the Rome campaign, but they're Tuscia. Very interesting. We got a very interesting alt history situation here with Tuscia in this campaign. Oh my god. Wow. That's kind of a lot. I definitely need to pay these guys off. They're not going to ask for too much. That's a pretty big barb stack. You need to leave. All right, get out of here. Go bother the Africans. The North Africans. I'm the clearly much more impressive West Africans. Go deal with the North Africans. Yeah, I'll trade vegetables. That's fine. 73 now. That's pretty good. We are still running increased wages, which is keeping corruption more under control. Let's see. Quick corruption check on that. Yeah, we have quite a bit on some of our characters, but I think I'm going to keep running increased wages, honestly. It's just worth it to keep that under control. These guys are not progressing. I guess it's not a huge priority to deal with them, but we'll send over someone once we have someone to send. I think I want to do some more city founding. Although, actually, hold on. I think I wanted to also move a relic. Let me quickly remind myself what it was I was thinking of. I had some relic somewhere that I really liked. Spear of the Hunter? Is that it? That would be good, but maybe not that one. What was it? Hold on. I'm gonna quickly look at my email here. Let's see. What did I say last episode I really wanted? I can't remember. Nothing here looks amazing. I think it's fine to leave it as is. Which means, potentially another city foundation. Or perhaps I upgrade a city. I don't have anything close enough, actually, so maybe not. I think I'm going to do some more city foundings. Let's see. Where should we do that? I think I need to do some more of this in Gene or in Jolof. Let's see here. Where's the current seat for Jenny? Yeah, it's Dia. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's found over in... Oh yeah, Sanafulu's huge. Let's found here. Okay, let's found in Sanafulu. Yeah. And then possibly in Seno as well later on. That looks good. These barbs are not ideal. These guys are ready again, but they're not too useful at their size. Who's first? It's gonna probably be the Joloff Levy is first. Okay, we'll send over the Joloff Levy once they're raised. Okay. Now we definitely need to calm down for a little bit. Our AE is getting a little high. Poor harvest. Several years of widespread crop failure is taking its toll on our country. While our people initially persevered with the true Timbuktuian spirit, now they have begun to blame their governors, enemies, and even an advisor they see responsible. Mariam Bolsa, she's back, causing more mischief. It's clear we must take action. Okay, I'm going to... I'm going to reduce the price of grain. Or, I mean, raise the price of grain. That's a pretty unfortunate thing to misspeak there. It's the opposite. Okay. We're looking at May 2nd for you, right? Here's Speed 3 as well. Of the people, our ongoing attempts to woo the highly skilled statesmanship Layla Sankara have encountered a hitch. Being a true woman of the people, Layla has decided to invest in the creation of a beautiful monument to please the Timbuktuian people. To complete this mammoth task, she requires a large number of able-bodied souls. If we're able to provide such assistance, she will be in our debt. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I don't need a lot of PI right this second, but of course 60 PI is 60 PI, so I will pay 5k for this. Absolutely. Thanks. In fact, perhaps with this PI, I do a little bit of this. Maybe. I could also found 2 more cities, which is probably long-term a better use of the PI. So maybe I found a city in Beninco. It's actually not that large. Let me find some larger capitals. Okay, Niani I think needs to be upgraded at this point. Let's do that over here. It also does have a Siguic holy site, which is fine to leave, I think. Then I think we need to wait 1 month to get the next one. Alright. Let's found a city in... Let's see here. Where do we have a lot of population? Needs to be turned into a city. Yeah, Mboinane needs to be upgraded as well. And then Mbul needs to be upgraded so I can fortify it as well. Kenga Sawari died of a terrible fever, head of the Sawari family. Rest in peace, Kenga Sawari. You will be missed. Alright, who's the new Sawari family head? Oh, Kamgas Zabarima died as well. Freak accident. Rest in peace, Kambiga. Your name was always hard to pronounce, but your services to the Africa region will not be forgotten. Rest in peace. So we need... the Sawari head is now Awa Sawari, okay, not a politician. And Zabarima head is Sabide Zabarima, alright. That's fine. Oh, we might actually have the Niamey Mercs coming to fight the Barbs. Interesting, okay. I mean, I've seen the AI do that before. Vox Populi, outraged by the political landscape of Timbuktu, Razmata Tielabile burst into the chambers of Gima today, insisting that the members of the Senate, sympathetic to her cause, would, under no circumstances, vote in favor of any legal changes made by our government. Indeed, she seemed so apoplectic, that's hard to say, she had to stagger out of the Senate hall aided by 2 of our underlings. So this is that same that same charisma researcher who was like involved in the War Council. She's now like this is like a go-getter. Like she's like taken action to like try to make political change. Look at her. To every cloud. Okay, so she loses 20 health. What happened here? Like, did she get, like, jumped by the senatorial guards? Okay, so she just got smacked around. Not great. Hopefully she recovers. She's pretty young, so she should recover. But yeah, not ideal. I like her a lot as a researcher, so don't want to lose her, that's for sure. Alright. 25k max. We're looking pretty good on that. Yeah, I think the Niamey mercs are gonna come attack them. That's nice of them. Yeah, look at that. Don't even need to raise my guys. Alright, I'll take it. They're gonna get the plunder. That's fine. Would not have been that much anyways. Now we save up our PI for the Divine Sacrifice again to get this under control. Okay. Ooh, what do we have here? We have wars up here. I'm actually going to... Can I star these countries? I cannot. I never know how to do this in the thing. Tribal Chief Labadeado offers friendship. This is the Fadama Chief. Wants our friendship. Okay, sure. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say no and get a little bit of popularity back. It's probably a slightly better outcome for that. We also have a big Oboy over here. Obui, I guess is probably how you'd say it. Interesting. Oh, more barbs over in the area. Great. What will you take to leave? Nope. Time to die. I'm just going to wait a little bit and then just send the larger Gon. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send the Gen A Levy. They're more than enough to deal with this. Raise maintenance as they go. Alright, that's done. Okay, so I know from before not to do this one, because it may screw up the mission. So we now need to own this directly. We have a claim on them now. Or we don't have a claim on them? Actually, I think it needs like a tick or two to like update, because that happened before. I think it gives me like the war goal on them, but not the claim in the normal way. So we'll see what happens in just a moment. Let me deal with this first, then we'll possibly just send the Jolaf Levy over to go do that as well. All right, things are looking good in the Republic. We've definitely done what I wanted to do of spreading the Republic further east, because we've had this as kind of our eastern border for quite a long time, and we've just gone west and north. But now we've rounded things out a little bit. I think taking on the stuff over here will really shape up our core in a good way. Here these guys come. Incidentally, I would not mind getting to Quick March, but we're a ways away from having time to go do that. So, leave it alone for now. Right around we come. At least our war exhaustion is going down fairly quick. Tyranny is going down. Stability is also going down, which is not so great, but our AE is also going down fairly quick, so that's okay. Alright, let's go. These guys are also low morale, this should be fine. Stack wipe? There's not a stack wipe, okay. Kumya, we'll head over, chase him down. Should be a stack wipe in Kumya. Come on. Let's go up to speed 4 as well. Or speed 3, I guess. There's the stack wipe. Alright. Now here's the question. Can we declare on these guys? So I have... Oh wait, no, I don't have a claim on them. Why did the game say I had a claim on them? How does this work? Establish a claim. These missions, I just... okay. Can I fabricate? Maybe, once I have PI. I thought I couldn't because I don't border them. But maybe it counts as I border them because their province touches me. I sort of don't know how this works. Okay, so I guess I don't have a claim on them. That's fine. Let's lower the Jolaf Levy for now and take stock. Once that transfers over, okay, good. Now we can lower them 4 months away, that's fine. Okay, we're falling behind Dravita here. We have some local internal stability problems, but we're working on it. it's attended to. We're just dealing with some stuff right now. I do not like Big Egypt at all, but hopefully the Chaldeans manage to take them to task a little bit. As long as Meroe stays there, I can use them as a way in, a backdoor to Egypt, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright. In fact, I think I will go to speed 4 at this stage. Saving up PI for the claim. We have more barbs. They're going to just defeat themselves by taking stuff. That's fine. Yep, occupation's done. Missed that before, my bad. These guys should hopefully not go to Toro. We'll see what they do. Don't go north. Don't go north. If you're thinking about it, don't go north. Come on. Go south. They're just going to stand there indecisively. I guess that's fine for now. What do we have over here? Look at this. Hedasia. Okay, so let's take a quick moment to let me let the tick go by first. First, let's see. Can we do this? We already have a claim? Huh? Pardon me? Excusez-moi? Is this just not true? Okay, so I have a claim but not a CB. That's what a claim is, dingus. Okay, so I don't have a claim on them. These missions, I swear. I lose my mind. Okay, so will this give me the stability loss or not? Because I'm not doing this declaration if it costs me 25 stability. Would I get a warning that it would have a stab cost? And this is just on here because the mission, like, goes around it in a weird way. I just, all I want is clarity on whether I have a claim on them or not. The interface says that I don't, and that's why it says that. Like, it says here I don't have a claim on them, which is fine. It just means the mission is wrong. But then I also can't generate a claim because the interface also thinks that I already have a claim on them. So how does this work? Please. All right. It also said I'd get a claim on them from doing that. This one here would cost me 120. It'd take a year to do. But this one requires me to make them a subject, which I would need to do diplomatically, which is very, very unlikely to be possible right now. So I think the only way to do this would be to brute force a war with no CB. It's 25 stability. I can't spend that stability right now. It's just not happening. This would bring in Takeda, and I guess if they come in, I can try to get both lands at the same time. I don't even know if that's going to work. All of these, like, in the desert countries are so difficult to deal with. I swear, it's a headache. Okay, let's leave it alone for now. I don't feel comfortable doing a declaration if I'm not 100% sure it's not a no CB declaration. Let's take a quick look at what's going on over here in the Yorbaland, Hausaland, Igo, Benue, and Bornu areas, kind of around this area here. Basically, we've got Hedasia kind of rising up. They're taking on Kaduna right now. They're taking a lot of stuff there. And then we've got, although they're in a bit of trouble right now, Obui over here. They're a pretty big power player. None of these guys are, like, serious threats to me, but since Gao lost all their core territory, these are the new, larger African nations I may have to deal with that could be a bit more involved. Oh, Ifa as well. Ifa does have quite a bit of territory, too. Yeah, Hedasia actually has some sizable populations, as does Obui, but these are not particularly lush areas over here, so it's not going to be quite as severe. Okay, let me... You know what? I might abort this mission, to be completely honest. I think this mission just didn't work correctly, and I've given it a couple ticks to update. I'm gonna abort the mission and go and do something different, because I'm gonna be stuck in this mission for a long time. Expanded to Takeda, okay. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. There's 2 Takedas? Huh? Is this a mistake? Okay, we've got 2 Takedas. It's both coexistent. That's awkward. There's also a monarchy Takeda. That's actually kind of interesting. Expanded to Got. This would be going over here, because this is the Got province. I'm going to do this one first, because these missions, I just, please, give me a target that's not going to be weird. So, let's do the Got one. See how this one works. Seize Kadal. Okay, I've done that. Okay. Claim on Got. Got is the whole province. Settlement of Got is also where the North Takeda tag is, so there's no way this could be screwed up. It says Timbuktu gains a claim on Got. If it means the Got province, the North Takeda is in the Got province. If it means the Got settlement, that's where they are too. Unless this mission text is just literally lying to me, I should get a claim on this Takeda. I think. We're going to find out in a year, but I'm doing this instead of dealing with this. It's just... okay, moving on. Moving on. We got Fort under siege, that's fine, they can stay there for now, as can these guys. Kifa Bulsa died, head of the Bulsa family. Rest in peace, Kifa. Who's the new Bulsa head? It's going to be Geika Bulsa. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we definitely lost the effect of Divine Sacrifice. We're going to save up for it now. Got more barbs coming in. Oh, and actually, barbs going out, rather, not coming in. The other way around, as it turned out. Alright, we are looking at 43 for that. Trade with these guys, and with these guys. Oh my gosh. Ah! I'm going to slow it down to speed 3 for a moment. Marshal advances as well. And we got barbs. Oh boy. And we have trade requests. Yep. Okay. One thing at a time. Next up, we need to do grain rotation, pop growth, and 2.50% global monthly food. Handing out portions of free grain to those who require it. Keep the wheels of our civilization turning. This one is actually better, but I need to get to Scribe. Well, okay, hold on. It's just one more, right? And let's see. This is also a really good one that gives my doctor a bunch of, and he's young as well, that gives him 4 finesse. Oh my god, I can make Dr. House like an actual, I mean, he is in the show, but like I can make Timbuktuian Dr. House an actual like doctor legend right here. And these modifiers are really good. I think I might take a quick detour just because I have such fast research right now and we're nearly at the cap. We're not above it, so I'm going to go ahead and grab Alumen to get the first of all the free province investment. And it makes religious province investments cheaper. Alright, very nice. Also renovations. Silman Bulsa in his civic capacity informed us of an opportunity that has arisen. One of our valued temples is in dire need of renovation. With enough investment, the building could become a shining beacon of our benevolence and architectural prowess. I could gain 15 popularity, which we're about 1.5 years left. That's probably worth it. And Timbo gains a permanent pop output bonus. Timbo is one of my cities, right? Yes, Timbo is over here. Yeah, this is one of my cities over here. Yeah, I wanna do that. I can pay for this for sure. Release the funds. Okay, moving on. These guys I'm going to leave. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to leave. These guys I'm going to battle with. I'm not going to bother raising morale. This is fine. Alright, that should be good. Should be a stack wipe. We'll see. Quite after this. There it is. 6.25. Okay. Definitely spent more than that having these guys raised and not having them be productive, but that's fine. Back to the gold mines with you. Okay. Looking good. Almost there. I could also do a switch and make Geneba the High Priest to get a much cheaper cost, but I don't want to mess around with that too much, to be honest. Let's leave it as it is. Okay, things are looking very good. How are we doing on this? It's going to be March 1st of next year. Okay. Ooh, oh yeah. Hadesia took a lot. Ooh, was this here before? I think it must have been. These are the old Bowie? Got ourselves a Bowie kingdom up here? What? Okay. I've not looked over here that closely, but that's interesting. We got ourselves like a migration period era situation. We have a Gallic kingdom in Italy. All right. Lombards? Never heard of them. In fact, hold on. Aren't the Bowie from... No, the Bowie are from North Italy, actually, so never mind. It's not quite as funny, but there's like a different... Yeah, it's Bohemia is who I'm thinking of. That's kind of where, like, the Lombards are... Actually, no, the Lombards are literally right here, the Langobardia. Is this a formable? I don't recognize this tribe at all. Okay, no, they're Swabian. I'm confused. I'm just gonna not... I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're nearly there on Sacrifice. Like, the literal moment it becomes available, I'm clicking this button imminently. We need it. Desperately need it. Come on. There we go. Get that up now. Okay, 48, so we're below the balancing point, but we're now just barely creaking back up. We're losing the AE pretty promptly, but it definitely has a ways to go. Now we are still expecting... Okay, Malasuari is the new expected Archon. Oligarch Archon, okay, wow. That is the first time in a moment, and that's going to mean a loss in Omen power. That's fine. That's just a slight... It's a very, very slight commerce income reduction. That's completely fine. We'd be getting build cost minus 15% and noble happiness. So I think what this means is finally, we can pivot to doing building infrastructure after such a long time. Now this guy coming in 9841. I would have preferred that Marshal to be in Charisma, to be completely honest, but this is okay, or in Zeal, to be completely honest, but that's not the end of the world. He at least has good finesse, so that's the least I can ask for from an Oligarch. The 9 Marshal could help with our manpower recovery, but we don't really need that much drastically right now. Really, this calls for another war episode, but against who? Possibly Leptis Minor. I can go for Basat. Carthage? Carthage is involved? What? These guys are valid with Leptis Minor? Interesting. Now, do I want to actually expand in Africa that much? I could take Basatis. That could potentially give me a bit more dip range in the north. I don't think that would actually help me that much, though, to be honest. Let me find my dip range map mode. Oh yeah, we can reach everyone up here. That's no big deal. Really what I need to get is dip range over Parava. That's like the real winning move, but we're a ways away from that. Actually, would Takeda give me dip range? I don't think so. North Takeda, not South Takeda. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I guess I could swoop in before Mauritania gets it, and then that gets me aboard with Mauritania. I'm actually kind of open to that, because a fight with Mauritania would be logistically so complicated to do. It would be kind of interesting to have a literal across-the-continent war with the two big powers in the western half of Africa. Not that I necessarily am, like, inviting, like, a showdown with Mauritania, but, you know, I'm getting pretty strong, and I want to flex my power against a pretty worthy opponent. Not Egypt. I'm still scared of fighting Egypt, but Mauritania is more my speed. We're about double their number, and look at our crazy assimilation work. 1.1k bozos, and they're Bidaic bozos as well. These guys are only 200 Marian, so we've got basically 5 times their Levy strength. They might have legions. In fact, they probably have legions. These guys are also fighting some of these kind of random tribes. So yeah, these guys are trying to take over North Africa. They also might have a formable. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't have any formables in this campaign. But they might. It's possible. It is possible. Some of those cities that I got founded are about to finish in just a moment. That's pretty exciting. Okay, these guys are still stuck here. That's fine. Almost number 2. We're neck and neck with those other guys. Alright. Sia Chilabele was murdered at the age of 74. She was the head of the Chilabele family, rival with the head of the Sankar family. Rest in peace, Sia. I don't recognize this character, but she was a family head. And she was murdered. We're probably about to get a murder investigation event chain. Let's see. I kind of expected at least. Coming of the city of Sanafula. Alright, our extension of new privileges. Here it is. And investments into the local infrastructure have seen Sanafula grow from relative humility into a true dawn city. Also has some way to go before it can rival the great cities of our age. The past 2 years have ushered in a new era of growth and urbanization in this territory. Earthenware produced in Sanafula. Alright, Lambu has a crib out here. Very nice. We got 3 earthenware. Yeah, this is like a slave hell city right here. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I need all these slaves here, but I guess they can promote up, and I guess I can do some... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to build, because I think I have an oligarch coming in, so I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to save... Yeah, the Tyler, the Creator song was about me, actually. That might be the stupidest joke I've ever made. I'm gonna save my money, a very tiny amount of saving, to do all my infrastructure building in a big burst at the start of the next episode. I can make it a year without doing all that. I could even maybe squeeze in 1 more city foundation as well. Although I may need to save PI for governor policies. So let's hold our powder close to the chest here. Keep our powder dry. I think I'm fine with this. Mostly I want the oligarchs to be in charge again. In fact, do I do anything to bolster them now? Also, Democrats are gaining control as well. We may be sliding back into more of a balanced political situation, which I guess I'll take. Tribal proposition. Sugiri wants to pay me money, and I get a bonus in Tinkiso. Okay, that's fine. More trade requests. Oh my gosh, trade requests. Also, the coming of the city of Niani, and the other one will be in just a few days after. Papyrus in Niani. That is a nice roll on that one. Okay, I will happily take that. Double papyrus from Niani. Whew, okay. Oh, we also do have that investment. I totally forgot about that. Let me throw it in over here for the import route in Timbuktu. And then here comes the Mboinani one as well. It produces... Oh, it doesn't change its production. Okay, that's fine. Very nice. Also, that is done. Now, moment of truth. Takeda. Okay, this one worked. The other one may have just... What was the problem with the other one? I don't know what it could have been. It just seemed to not work. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Now I have it. Okay. That's interesting. I guess it needed a yearly tick? Like, I don't know what... That was the most delayed mission... Yeah, because, like, I got this claim from the mission for sure. Okay, well... This is probably fine. I may have to go through the mission again. It may cancel it out because I won't be... Like, it might make it unavailable, but progress me to the next one. I only have a few more of these, like, desert missions I have to kind of get through at this point. I've got, obviously, this one up here already. North Takeda I just have now. I can probably get South Takeda and Agadez together in one war because they're a tributary. In fact, I can just do that right now. I don't need to wait for next episode. I should probably try to clean these up. So let's see here. What are we dealing with? Okay, a fort here. The Roman-style fort? That's interesting. A tribal fort up here. Okay. Let me go ahead. Let me do this now, actually. And who do I send for this? I think I send the Zholoff Levy again. I don't want to raise the Ghana Levy and have that be depleted. So let me... I know they're the furthest away possible, but let me send the Zholoff Levy. Where's their border at? It's over here. Alright. I'm going to have these guys attempt to go like this and start with Agadez and Takeda. And then possibly do North Takeda as well. I think that's fine. The Zholoff Levy, I feel like they're... Like, I could use the Genet Levy, but the Zholoff Levy is larger, and I feel a bit more comfortable with a levy of that size if I'm not using my main levy. So let's do that. Let's squeeze this in at the very end here, see what we can do. So this mission won't be done for quite a while, so I'm just going to turn that off. This guy's want Papyrus, yep. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold every phone. Find every phone and hold it dearly to your chest. Where is my Papyrus export? Remember when I just agreed to that binding contract to sell you Papyrus? You didn't notice I was actually crossing my fingers behind my back. I'm just kidding about that. I actually want to import my own Papyrus. Let me quickly make room here with the earthenware. Because, ooh. Glass import? What is going on? Hold on. Okay. When's my thing complete? It's not going to be for a long time. I'm going to actually... Okay, first of all, no, I don't need that. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to completely reset this. I can reach a few more things than I was expecting. I wanted just to get the Papyrus, but let me start over from scratch because I think I can maybe get a few more combos that I really want. So let me just start over here. I know I'm going to get one more in like a year, but I spotted it now. Okay, I can also reach olives now. My goodness. Okay, first things first. I need double vegetables for sure. Actually, I already have double vegetables. What am I doing? I already have double vegetables. I have double stone, double base metals, double dye. Got double wood. Okay. Can I get double marble? I can get double marble. Oh. Yes. All right. Let me get double papyrus to get the civic tech investment bonus, and then I need, where was it? Let me import 1 gold. That's worth it for gold. And then double spices for sure. With Chaldeans and the Medians. I definitely need double fish. Trade with my good Tuscan friends. Get double livestock from Tuscia. Double honey? No, probably not. And then I do want double earthenware from the Chaldeans. Actually, I don't need double. I only need 1 earthenware. And then I cancel the earthenware that I'm exporting. So that other contract that I signed that's binding. Hopefully, Timbuktu is not a UCC jurisdiction. That is a contract law reference right there. Okay. Where is? What am I worried about here? I'm looking for earthenware. Here it is. Cancel that. I'm keeping the earthenware. Joke's on you. Okay. That'll update. And then what else do I want here? I want the slave happiness. That's what I was excited about. Why does Pydna have so much for sale all of a sudden? Was Pydna selling all of its stuff to like one other person? Because Pydna has a lot for. Oh my god, what? Elatea? What is this? We got the Elatea Beatian League is formed, I guess. Okay, this is a crazy timeline. Also, what day is it? It's 490 BCE. We're about to have the historical first Parson invasion. And we do have Big Lydia and Big Pydna. I mean, Big Pydna is not historically accurate for the real life, but it's kind of interesting. Like, this campaign is actually nearing the hegemony, like, time frame. Because, to think about it really quick, this mod, like the Classical Age mod, starts at the beginning of the Classical Age. And my mod Hegemony starts at the very end of the Classical Age. And then Imperator Rome starts right after that at the beginning of the Hellenistic Age. So we're actually nearing the time period that my mod starts in like real history, except this is the weird alt history. So seeing this like weird Beatian League Elatea form is kind of interesting, but I'm very curious to see if there's going to be some sort of Lydian-Pednan conflict to happen to line up with the real-life first and second Parson invasions. Maybe we're going to see a Delian League situation form over there. We'll see. But okay, getting back to it. I got distracted. What else do I want? What else do I want? I want the glass. That's what I want. I want double glass. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's real good. And then I think... Do I want double cloth? I think I want double cloth. Let me get... let me not trade with Egypt for now. Trade there. And then what do I cancel to get double cloth? I think I cancel one of my fish and get cloth. Again, not from Egypt. And then I cancel my fish export because I want the fish modifier. I can justify canceling the fish trade. Where's my fish? Where are you? Actually, where are you? Am I not exporting fish? Oh, no. Okay, I misread that. Okay, we're fine. Okay. That should be good. This I'm going to turn off for now. Hold on. Did I spend PI on something to go negative? I'm not entirely sure what happened with that, but let me trade with the Ife, I guess. And with Karma, sure. Looking good. Alright, back to warring. Let's turn on my maintenance at this point, probably. See what we can do here. Prosperity. I'll go for the taxes. Lose popularity on Silman, that's fine. Still have Mala coming in. Alright. I'm honestly glad just to have officer characters, not governor characters, coming in as Otacons, just so it makes it a lot easier. Definitely happy with that. These guys still want the temple built. I'll just make them force it at this point. If they really want it that bad, they can force me to build it for them. Scandalous, I thought that was the event popping up right as I was talking about. Scandalous Dominus. Speaking of Silman, oh my gosh. While the occasionally rakish and louche tendencies of Silman Bulsa are well known throughout the upper circles of Timbuktu, no one was quite prepared for the appalling slew of allegations. This guy, I mean, you know what? When you imagine a rakish and louche politician, I guess this kind of hairline situation is not too surprising. He's been paying people on the low to rub his head in a sensuous manner. He's getting some head massages. People don't like it. There are growing rumors of terrible indecencies perpetrated on slaves at debauched gatherings honoring the god of wine, where Silman and his lewd entourage exhibit and debase their latest acquisitions from the emporia of Agonagafal. By the way, I think if someone hasn't done it, someone needs to make a band called Lewd Entourage, because that's a great phrase. Silman denies everything in the most stringent terms, claiming the tales to be lies. Alright, so we've seen this before. He is in poor health, and his finesse is declining a little bit. I just got some good events from him. I'm honestly probably going to retire him and replace him with a higher finesse character who has good statesmanship, if there is one in the government, which there might not be. I'm going to just do a token inquiry for now and see if anything pops up. Probably something, well, those events almost always result in it being confirmed. As it turns out, you know, with something like that, you know, false allegations are actually pretty rare, so we'll see if something happens from that. Civic Advance as well, pop capacity and global monthly food modifier plus 1% each. Okay, moving on, we can grab Recording Tradition. The often unpaid domestic priests of the Republic had a rich oral tradition, passing down legends, history, and errata. By encouraging the transfer of this knowledge to a more solid medium, we may preserve our tradition for all eternity. I'm hiccuping now. Yeah, let's grab that. Okay. Looking good. Alright. Trial developments will look at just a moment. Okay. Okay, while the investigation of Silman Bulsa was mainly intended as a symbolic gesture to ease tension, it is clear after some preliminary groundwork by jurists that the accused is essentially guilty beyond all doubt. He was having 50 different people simultaneously rub his head sensually at the same time. He's got a big head, so it's possible. The unspeakable goings-on at the Bulsa Villa scarcely bear thinking about. Alright, so I can actually do this because my character has questionable or my ruler is questionable character. Is that true? What about him is he has no corruption? None of his traits are like corruption traits. Okay. So I gain 2 corruption. Silman loses more popularity. He can bribe it. You know what? I'll let him bribe his way out. I think this is fine. I'm probably going to replace him anyways. He can pay me on his way out. Sure. And if my current ruler loses some popularity. Attempted extortion. Our messenger has brought word that Silman has refused our offer. It seems he put little stock in the importance of reputation. Great. All right. Well, that's fine. I guess it could have been worse. I could have lost... Like, those events can sometimes be absurd with, like, 10 stability or something like that. But that's fine. I'll deal with it. Also, while we're going through, we can go kill these guys. The investigation into the accusations against Silman Bolsa can finally be brought to a close. He's established his innocence in the matter to be satisfied to the satisfaction of the court. He had, as a jury demonstration, a demonstrable presentation, had all of the accusers come and put their hands on his head for reasons only relevant for the court case and not for any other reasons of Silman's personal preference, and demonstrate that they could not all fit their hands on his head simultaneously. That was, in fact, a beyond a reasonable doubt showing the court was satisfied. The many concerned parties and witnesses have largely been dismissed as disruptive slanderers seeking to undermine the reputation of an important member of society for their own nefarious aims. I mean, his lawyer even used the line, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit, because their hands could not fit upon his head simultaneously. This is some real lawyering right here. While there may have been some small backlash over the seriousness with which the trial was conducted, people did not approve of the hand thing. They were like, "Why are you doing this, Judge? Why are you doing this?" We have staved off a major crisis among the slaves while protecting our interests. All right, so that is going to be that brutal, unfair trial modifier. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. This trial event is just in general pretty bad to get through. So hopefully we can survive that. Should be fine. We'll close things out here with a little rescuing of Toro. Hope they appreciate it. And yeah, we're going in with very little PI saved up, but not much we can do at this point. Just gotta get through. Battle of Toro. There we go. As expected. Yeah, we took their massive plunder. Thanks for that one. I need some more coffee after all these shenanigans. Oh boy. All right. At least we're going in to an oligarch. As I said that, assuming it'd be different, an oligarch regime. Assuming he doesn't change his... Okay, he's not going to do it. He's got fairly high Dem conviction too. Oh, also, you know what? Before I forget, let me go ahead and revoke his free hands and sanction him as well, just to be on the safe side. If this takes him out of the consideration, then I should have done it during the during the December tick, but I think we should be fine. Okay, what can we get now? I could get the fish now, but I don't actually need that now. I think we just trade for value. I think I secure some extra marble. Well, actually, gold is better. Let's trade for the gold first, then we go for marble later on. Yeah, wow. Like, genuinely, it's crazy. The Timbuktu province is producing over 20 gold by itself, which is just insane. This is such a valuable province. Alright, here we come. No funny business now. Commercial adventures, there's that route. Yep. Okay. Not sure if we're going to be able to actually annex this directly or how that's going to work, but even if I make them a tributary, that's still better than nothing. So let's see what we can do here. In fact, I can actually just go straight up to it, can't I? Let's just do that, honestly. Then we'll declare war once we are... In fact, it'll probably go over... I'll probably do an assault at Agadez. We'll see what I can do in the last bit of time I have here. Not much more time, though. For that, okay. Election soon. All right, Mala is the next guy coming in. It looks like still. Okay, let's try to squeeze this in at the very end here. So they're going to be joined by Takeda. That's fine. We're joined by Siguri. That's great. We really need their help for this one, too. Here we go. Takeda becomes the war leader. All right. Go on in, Joloff. I believe in you. Show me what you can do here. 3rd of December. This will be an assault for sure. We get this wrapped up. Then we make our way towards Takeda. I'm gonna grab these guys. What is their model here? That's an interesting model for this tag. They've got the Phrygian cap. This is like an like a Hellenistic Anatolian model. Not what I was expecting, but I'm sure. We got barbs coming out. What do we have? 1K. Okay, we still have Mala. We are good to go. Nothing should hopefully change it now. I guess it can change between monthly ticks, which I guess has always been true, but I have not really thought about it. I don't really... What? Barb's coming in behind us. Look at this timing right here. What a crazy timing rate. Like, these guys almost are catching us here. These guys are almost saved by the barbs. Alright. This is under our siege now. Let's do a quick assault. This should be fine. This army does have a pretty large cavalry component, but for 300 men, 8.4 assault power should be enough with full morale. Let's see. If it's a miscalculation, I will be disappointed, but I think we're fine. Looking good. Make our way up to Takeda. Can I interact with him yet? Okay. I can't directly take it. I can make them a tribal vassal or a tributary. This is going to have to be a tributary thing, and I have to wait for them to offer feudatory status after that. That's fine. That's completely fine. I'll do it with Takeda as well, assuming I can. I think I probably can. Alright. This will end up happening over in the beginning of the next episode. Also, last minute Scholar of the Divine, Wagwe Zabarima, who is just some guy, has by all accounts remained a Scholar of the Divine man for much of his life. It caused him embarrassment, therefore, when he was discovered extorting a local temple to an egregiously unreasonable degree. Before reprimanding Wagwe, it must be said it would be expeditious for efforts to influence him if we would brush this under the table. Ooh. This is like the literal last minute. He's like, his like one atom of his foot is in the door. Like he's out the door at this moment. I will happily gain corruption on this guy, who will probably become honestly, I might make him my martial researcher if he has corruption problems. Although with his statesmanship, he should really be a martial officer. He's probably going to go back to being my tax guy, honestly. Yeah, I'll gain corruption on him at this moment. Sure. Also, we lost occupation here. That's fine. These guys are going to get stuck on Azuki. Let me save my PI for the last bit here. And yeah. We're going to close out going into the next Otacon ship with our army wrapping up with the first of 2 Takedas, and we'll deal with the other one afterwards. Here we go. Alright. Mala Suwari was elected and will now rule a glorious nation 9-8-4-1, and in the first time in I think like 30 plus years, oligarchs are in control. The long, trad reign of Timbuktu is for now over. We'll see after the reload with the next episode how the party politics are looking. But oligarchs are in control, 50% reduced build cost, and plus 8% national noble happiness. They want to pass a law. I don't want to know what they want the law to be, but we'll find out next time on the Timbuktu campaign. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.